All right, so here are things that I've learned as an agency owner. I'm 22 years old right now. I run a six-figure marketing agency, and I've learned a lot of things throughout this journey about how I could have sped up my process to where I'm at now, the different things that you need to do as an agency owner, the different roles that you have to take on, the way that you have to think, the things that you have to know to be able to sell people on a call that don't know you really too much if you're cold calling. I mean, maybe they will if you are running Facebook ads, they can do some research on your company, but other than that, a lot of the times they don't know or trust you whenever you're cold calling. And that's a primary way that I've been able to scale my agency. And so something that I want to talk about, someone that has been experienced in the game for about 2.5 years now, are just some tips to help you grow. Because if I lost everything today, if I lost all my clientele, I would literally know exactly how to get them back. Just wanted to give a little bit of sauce here. And so the first thing is that don't try, and shout out to Kai Stone, he told me this, don't try and play roles that you're not supposed to play. That has been probably the biggest piece of advice I've taken with me into 2026. And now I have a whole team behind me, a CSM, a onboarding specialist, a A2P specialist, because located here in America and most of my clientele is, the A2P process is very hard if you don't know what you're doing. And so that's why I outsource that. And that approval process can take up to 2 days, 2 to 3 days. So it's really important to be able to outsource those small nitty-gritty tasks that are just going to end up slowing you down. So now myself, I can hop into the ads manager. I can do all these different things. I can check up on the team, just have meetings with them. I can focus on my content creation for the affiliate side of GoHighLevel. There's just a lot of different things that you can focus on and a lot of different doors that open up. The second thing also is making sure that you are offering the right customer service to your customers. I feel like that's the biggest thing, especially whenever you're working with contractors. And the reason why I say that is because these contractors, I mean, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to work on a computer most of the time. They're not really tech savvy. And Lead Connector actually does the app that you use for HighLevel when you sign on a client. It's actually pretty good at kind of dumbing it down, putting it in simple ways for them to be able to click 2-3 buttons for them to send off a review request. So that's good, but having good customer service is really important for them because they just want to be able to reach someone at, let's say, your agency minus Spark Growth, reach someone at your agency, be able to talk to someone right away. And that goes a long way with them. I cannot tell you how many customers I've signed on. The results weren't too great because they're not really doing too much on their side. They're not asking for reviews. They're not doing the right things, responding to reviews because they said that they wanted to do it, even though we have AI that can respond to it. They try and take on that role and they can't even handle it. They're not sending us any new photos. So like there's clients like that of course are going to be signed on, and most of the time they're old heads, as I call them. As long as you have someone at your company that they can reach, they can contact, like a CSM, like me for my customers. I was a person that took that role all the way up until this point. Pretty much still kind of do. I mean, there's customers that haven't fully switched over to the CSM yet, so I'm still taking on that role. But having a good customer support system is always going to be very important, and it helps reduce churn. Right now, if I wasn't the one from the start of my agency being on those calls and texting and responding to them, a lot of customers, I know about their personal life. They're very open with me. You know, we text back and forth sometimes, check in and see how they're doing. And that goes a very long way with these contractors. Now, the third thing I would have to say is cold calling. I cannot tell you, especially me as an affiliate of GoHighLevel, I have those 2 school communities, a free one and a paid one. And I cannot tell you how many people have come through and they're like, I'm scared to cold call. And literally right then and there, I just want to tell them, like, go ahead and cancel your membership. Just don't even try this, because number one, I'm really straight and to the point. And number two, because you need to be able to talk to customers. Even if you're spending thousands of dollars a month on the Facebook ads manager, at the end of the day, you still have to hop on the call. Unless you have, you know, a setter, closer, those different things. But if you already have that much capital, I mean, you can go ahead and do that, but your agency still probably will not do as good as someone that actually knows what to do for contractors, their lingo, what they went through. Me, myself, I was a landscaper. It was about sophomore, junior year when I was in high school. Rode that all the way until the end of junior year, I believe, or beginning of senior year, one of those around there. And what really opened my eyes whenever I had that past experience with GoHighLevel was like, dude, if I was a landscaper, or whenever I had my company then, I would definitely love HighLevel. And so that's what opened my eyes up to see kind of what the possibilities are with HighLevel and the capabilities and pretty much the value that it can bring to landscapers. And so that really opened up my eyes. But going back to the original point of cold calling, I knew how landscapers spoke. I knew what they needed in their day-to-day life. And so that was actually my first customer, was a landscaper. And that just makes sense, because why? Because I know that field. I know I have that experience. Being able to cold call, having those conversations with those business owners are going to be very important, because if you can't, you're not going to be able to connect with them. You're not gonna be able to gain that trust on the call. They're not gonna be able to know or like you. Like even on the landscaper call, I went ahead and told them like, hey, I did landscaping for a few years. I mean, this service is absolutely perfect for you. So cold calling can definitely take you a far way. Don't dumping your profit that you have in the beginning into ads, because you are going to mess up. You're going to not be able to fulfill stuff correctly. Stuff is going to end up wrong on the website. Automations aren't going to work correctly. Things are going to go wrong. Please remember that things are going to go wrong. And that's okay, because we're all learning. We're learning throughout this process. And so that's why even my price point whenever I just got started, it was $97 a month, because I already knew that I was going to mess up. I was just looking to scale up my agency quick, so that way I don't have to work my job at HEB. I knew that that was the goal. I knew that's what I needed to do. A lot of people have pride in this space and they'll be like, oh, I could never sell a website for $97 a month. Okay, well, what's your MRR at? 2,000 a month. And you've been doing it for how long? About 10 months. Like, what is going on here? You need to be able to realize these opportunities that you can take advantage of them, and also factor in of where you're currently at in your agency space. Again, like I said, start low, super low ticket, get that client base where you don't have to work that normal 9-to-5 job, and it can take you a far way. Point number 4, I think I'm on right now. You need to move the needle every single day. I believe Brett Scale said that, took that into my agency, into my business life, and you really do need to move the needle some type of way forward. Right now I'm in the middle of the ocean on a cruise, and I hopped on my computer, did some work, and every single day I move the needle forward. Now, yes, obviously whenever you reach a certain MRR, you can start taking the day off. You can, relax, go on a little side quest for the day. That's good, but you need to be moving the needle forward every single day whenever you're building something up, because if you're not, then your agency will stay stagnant, and then you'll start dropping off in your consistency within your business. Okay, now point number 5, I would say, would be run Facebook ads whenever it makes sense. Once you, like I said, with the cold calling, now you know how to talk to business owners. Now you know what they need. Now you know how you can pretty much attack the call in the right way. And now it makes sense to start paying for your leads. Like I said, once you have mastered the art of cold calling, once you have scaled your agency up to a certain point, I see people all the time, they literally just joined my community or they just signed up under my affiliate program, and they're trying to learn the sauce on ads or what I'm doing with ads. I'm like, what are you doing? You don't even know how to talk to a business owner. Why are you asking me about ads? I know it may sound, kind of rude or whatever the case is, but I'm just so upfront because I don't like to waste people's time. I don't want to give them false hope. I signed up under Jasper Aiken. My viewers probably know who that is. And I wouldn't say he didn't give me that advice, but what I did see him always talk about was cold calling. So he kind of was steering me in the direction that way of cold calling. Also, shout out to my dad. I've seen him cold call for many years throughout my life. And so that gave me inspiration as well. But I wish there was someone more in the beginning that kind of took away the shiny object syndrome of like, oh, high level can do this, high level can do that, which is good. I can completely understand why people are mentioning that. And again, I'm not necessarily directly talking about, the affiliate that I'm signed up under, but what I mean by that is being direct and keeping people on the right path. And that's kind of more from an affiliate standpoint or like a mentor standpoint, but you as a viewer can take that into consideration and realize that, yes, I need to stay on this path. Yes, I need to have the horse blinders whenever they do those horse races and just tunnel vision. I need to hit 10K a month right now. I just want to make a true, raw, and authentic video, just kind of giving you the pointers of what I wish I had, because like I said, I could lose everything tomorrow and I would know exactly how to get my agency back. If high level disappeared tomorrow, it would be more expensive to run my agency. I will admit that, but I could definitely, scale it up. But shout out to High Level though, amazing platform. And so take all this advice into consideration whenever you're building your agency, or no matter where you're at, even if you're at 8K a month, 6K a month, this information can definitely be of value to you. Just kind of reaffirming what you already believe. And I just came back from the affiliate accelerator, meeting all the top dogs, Clay Lawrence, Jasper Aiken, Jason Wardrop, Pablo, Kai Stone, all those different people. And it seems like they all really did have something in common. And that was keep throwing something at the wall until it sticks. Clay Lawrence, he tried so many different business models and he wasn't able to find the right one until way later down the line. And then he found the right business model that he wanted to do. And that was Google reviews. That's good. That's great. He kept sticking. He didn't give up whenever he did that flop of a clothing brand drop for that business that he was working on. Jasper Aiken, he's been posting YouTube content for years. Keep throwing stuff at the wall. He even scaled his own agency up as well. Jason Wardrop, he got into the game super early, drops YouTube videos nonstop. He's like the pioneer of GoHighLevel affiliate game. Let's see who else. Kai Stone, 500K a month agency. That dude is killing the game. Him and Mike, shout out to them. Amazing people. They are killing the game, and that's because they stuck to one offer. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. They identified that they can copy and paste it, and they just took that to the moon whenever they started running Facebook ads. Pablo, I mean, that dude has multiple agencies, if I'm not mistaken. Scaled those up, started making YouTube videos on it. He recorded his YouTube videos on his cellular device, on his phone, for up until he hit 90,000 subscribers. So all these different things should definitely hit home for you, and realize that you just need to keep throwing stuff at the wall until something sticks. And a lot of people give up too early. I see people that get started with the agency, not even just in high level website plus SaaS, but just the different models that come with it. And they cancel within their first 30 days because, oh, I just didn't end up having time for it. Oh, this came up. Oh, that came up. Oh, something happened. I just need to take some time off. Okay, well then just delay your success then, if you're even going to have any, because at the end of the day, nobody knows if they're going to have success. It's about throwing stuff at the wall until it sticks. So just a few pointers there. Make sure to check out my past video. I'll link it somewhere around here, and I'll see you in the next one.